Hi, thank you for watching a new video blog. Today from Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan.
Help Jonathan grow his channel and like this video and subscribe to his channel. We send you love and blessings from Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan.
Now, if you are a digital nomad and you want to spend some time in a country and you want to stay there longer, it is of course wise to learn the language. Especially if you are in a continent, for example like Latin America, it would be wise to learn Spanish.
I have learned Spanish with the help of the Preply online platform. For only $3 per hour, I got private lessons from qualified teachers. Follow the affiliate link in the description and get 70% off your first class. You also help me with this. God bless you all.
Now here I am in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan, and I stay here not that long, so it would not really be necessary for me to learn the language, the Kyrgyz language. And secondly, I rather would then learn Russian because that is their second language and basically everybody here can understand you and you can use Russian in the broader sphere. So for example in Georgia, in Azerbaijan, in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, they have Russian as their second language and they're all fluent in Russian. So I would rather study Russian, and I'm already starting to study a little bit of Russian because I think it's a very important language for that reason.
Одно из преимуществ в том, что эти глупые американцы не поймут, о чем вы говорите.
Now I'm also planning to stay longer in Latin America. And so that country, of course, it's very important to speak Spanish. I think that that is a very important language in general. I think if you're looking for a second language or third language, if your second language is English, you might add Spanish as your third language because it's very important. Because it has of course, it's one of the largest languages worldwide. So I decided also to study Spanish. At first I tried many things. I tried to watch online videos, I tried to read books, or I tried to do some exercises online, but it didn't really work. I found out that if you want to learn a new language, you really need a tutor. You really need contact with somebody that is building up the knowledge of the language step by step. You can randomly start with some YouTube videos, you can try it that way. I did it this way with my German. I studied German that way. I had books, I had videos, I downloaded videos, I watched videos, I watched grammar videos, so I was really learning. But the difference is that I already had a big understanding of German because in Dutch schools you'll learn German up until like you're 17 or 18. So I had like 3 or 4 years of German, so I could understand already a lot. Now most of it was gone, but it wasn't really that difficult to start up again. But with Spanish it's something different. I have never had really a lot of Spanish language around me, so it makes it harder for me to just from the basic point just to learn some random exercises and not have the base of the language really taught to me. So that is why I started to search for a tutor, somebody, a teacher that will be there for me to step by step explain the language to me, really study the language. And I was really looking for a private teacher. Now with my life, my lifestyle, I really didn't want to do any classes. It's location dependent, it's very uncomfortable because I am traveling a lot. So I can't really make time to go to a certain location, sit in a class for 1 or 2 hours and then go back home. That is not very possible to me. I am traveling way too much for that. And that is why I was looking for an online teacher, somebody that will be for me privately. Now, private teachers are very expensive. If, for example, if I would do it in the Netherlands, I will pay 60 euros, so that's more than $65 per hour. And that's way out of my budget. I cannot afford that. It's ridiculous. So then I was searching for, hey, maybe let's do online courses. Maybe there's a way, if somebody is willing to teach me online, to have a cheaper option. Maybe that's how it works. And I first found a website from Uruguay, because I was thinking I want to learn Spanish, so maybe I can find a website that is from a Spanish-speaking country. Maybe they charge less than Dutch teachers. And I will not name this website because I didn't really enjoy it. I found a teacher and it wasn't very professional. It worked like this. She charged me like $17 an hour, and sure, it is way cheaper than the $60 that I would pay with a Dutch tutor, but it's still a lot. If 10 lessons is already almost $200, it adds up. And I don't mind to pay for quality, but it wasn't also a lot of quality. The teacher was on her phone, first of all. She was not sitting down at a desk with a laptop. Many times just in a park or in a bar and with her phone. And she would, she uploaded some exercise, didn't explain like the basics. She just started randomly with some practice, some exercise. And it felt really unprofessional to me. It was just something that she would do randomly as a side job, and I didn't really enjoy it for that reason. I didn't felt like I was taken seriously. It's something that if you look for an online tutor, you have to be aware of. Be aware that they have to be professional. You can expect quality.
Disculpen la tardanza, estaba tomando vino con mis amigos. Sorry, I was drinking wine with my friends. I am late.
Even if the price is in your mind, in your Western mind, it's relatively okay. It's better than what you pay in the Netherlands. But be aware that yes, you have the right to demand quality. It is very okay to do that. It's your duty to ask for a quality teacher. So I wasn't really satisfied with this teacher. I had 10 lessons, and all the 10 lessons she was outside or in a noisy place. She wasn't really 100% invested in the lesson. She was just, she didn't correct me when I would make mistakes. She would let me read some exercise and it's great, it's good. She wasn't focused on all the mistakes that I made, and I have to learn. It's very important that a teacher is really there, is really paying attention to you, and is really willing to correct you. There's nothing wrong with correcting somebody. And this teacher felt like she was afraid to correct me, or maybe she was just not interested enough. Now, and she took 170 euros for 10 lessons. Still way more affordable than what I would pay in the Netherlands. You will pay like 600 euros or dollars. Let's say that's basically the same. But I was not satisfied. I thought there should be another way. And I continued to search, and then I found this wonderful website called Preply. Now, Preply was really in line what I expected to be from a platform that was offering language services. Now, the other website was mainly, or basically only from Uruguay, so you wouldn't find teachers outside of Uruguay. But this website, Preply, was global. So I found a teacher, for example, from Venezuela. And I found out that the prices are way lower than on that other website. I could select for example, the amount that I wanted to pay. And I was looking, okay, what is the lowest price that you can pay for an hour? It turned out to be that if you have a teacher from Venezuela, you only pay $5, less than $5 per hour. And that was exactly what I was looking for. Because my budget isn't really that big. That price was exactly what I could afford every month. I would have, say, 10 lessons per month, roughly, and that would be $50. That would be absolutely in my range. And this Preply is really interesting. If you want to use it, if you want to try, I put a link here in the description and in the commands. I pinned it so that you can get a discount to use it. You help me, I help you. And I'm really excited about it. This is not a promotional video or something. It's just me sharing my excitement about this website because it really gave me what I was looking for. Because on Preply you get also an online teacher, but this teacher was professional. She sits in an office or she sits at home in a quiet room. She has a laptop. There's a school board that she's using. You see it on your screen. I'm using my laptop. And in that way, you can learn really like you have a private teacher for only $5 per hour. It's absolutely amazing. I am very happy with Preply. And there's not only Spanish that you can learn, there's a whole list of languages that you can learn. And what is so exciting about it is that you can have teachers that are very highly skilled. My teacher is very highly skilled and she is from a country, Venezuela, where a $5 per hour is a very good salary. So don't feel like, oh, I'm a bad person for paying this little for this person in this poor country or something. No, it is a financial transaction. This teacher agrees with $5, I agree with $5, and we're both happy. So don't feel bad about paying that amount of money. You deserve it, they deserve it, they're happy. If they wouldn't be happy, they wouldn't be offering the service. And they, of course, are happy with stable clients. Now the good thing also with this, and here's the statue of Lenin. Yeah. Not going to say a lot, but Soviet times, I guess. Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. Soviet city. So I am happy with the service. And because I pay, in my opinion, a very good price, I also said to the teacher, look, I'm not in a hurry. I don't have like a 3-month window where I need to have my Spanish be perfectly fine. I said, no, I have time. I want to take time. So I rather have a slow approach that we practice when I feel I'm not very certain about this. We take an hour to learn the numbers, for example. And if I feel that I'm still not strong enough in this matter, let's do another hour. For me, I can take the easy approach. This is way more relaxed for the teacher and for the student. Because I know I don't care to waste $5. That's fine. If I do another hour, $5, it's a whole different than $17. That to me means, oh, I really need to make it super efficient and I need my teacher to teach it very compact and I don't have much time because I can only do this amount. I don't have this with Preply because I can select the amount of money that I'm willing to spend with a very high skilled teacher. And if you want to learn Spanish, I can recommend my teacher. She's very good. She's also very strict. She's not sugarcoating me like, oh yeah, you're doing fine. When I'm not doing fine, she's really telling me when my pronunciation is off and my construction of my sentences is off, is not correct. She will tell me. That's very good. You have to be sometimes a little bit annoyed by a teacher because the teacher is showing you your mistakes. And if you feel a little bit annoyed, that's good. She's doing a great job. And she's doing that. I'm super happy about it.
I have learned Spanish with the help of the Preply online platform. For only $3 per hour, I got private lessons from qualified teachers. Follow the affiliate link in the description and get 70% off your first class. You also help me with this. God bless you all.
So yes, again, the link in the description. If you are a digital nomad, if you want to learn language, if you don't want to pay ridiculous amounts of money, use the link and sign up for Preply. There are so many languages. I am even looking to learn Russian, for example, with somebody from Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan is also a country where the minimum wage is very low, where the average wage is very low. So you can get a Russian teacher for maybe also $5 or $7 per hour. So that's very interesting. If you want to learn Russian, select somebody from Kyrgyzstan. Don't be afraid about, oh, maybe these countries don't offer quality. They offer excellent quality. Better to say, in those countries, there is a lot of discipline in schools still, and they work less with, for example, AI. They don't do, in their school system, they work more with traditional teaching. So be aware that they're very skilled. Don't worry about this. So you can select a language that you want to learn. You can even learn other things like science or maths or geography or philosophy. There's a lot of things that you can learn. Anyone can sign up. And of course you can see if they are skilled or not, if they have the educational level that you need. You can select everything. If you say, I only want to learn some conversational Spanish so that I can order some things and I have small conversation. I don't need to go in depth like me. There's also teachers like that. They're not that skilled, but they will teach you, or they will practice with you, or you say, maybe I want to do only conversations with a Spanish speaking. Then you don't really need to have the high skill teacher. You can scale down, you can pay less. So I can only want to do some practices, some basic simple practices. So last time saying it, Preply, excellent website. I'm very happy with it. I'm very satisfied with it. Check it out. Use my link to get a discount for your first lessons. So that was for today from Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. I say thank you for watching and see you next time.